Hello dear friends, welcome back to another watercolor tutorial. I'm in a good mood today, so the next 4 tutorials are gonna be good. I have a good feeling. We're gonna paint a flower today. I saw this by byheidigrace, and I don't know why I'm attempting another flower because I am pretty bad at them, but this one looks easy and doable. Famous last words. It's gonna have 8 petals. I'm gonna pencil it out for myself first, so I'm gonna have like just a rough circle here to go off of. And then so if we split this in half roughly, then there's gonna be 8 petals on this side and 8 petals on that side, so just keep that in mind. The petals don't all have to be the same width or shape or whatnot. So actually it would help if you do like the 2 outside ones first. And so you can be brave and you don't even have to pencil this out for yourself if you don't want to, but I don't have that confidence. So I am definitely penciling mine out. Country road, take me home to the place I call home, West Virginia. Okay. I'm so far happy with this. I'm happy with this. So I'm gonna erase, do I even bother erasing? What's the point? What is the point of erasing? No, I'm gonna just do a light erase. I don't want the pencil lines to show through, but sometimes it's actually an effect where you have your pencil lines showing through. I've seen that in some paintings, but I've not been brave enough to attempt that. So, how are we going to tackle this? I don't really know because I never watch videos of people painting. I just look at the picture and try and figure it out from there. So I'm pulling out my 2 trusty grabby brushes that I've been using exclusively for months now. Love them. And then you want to grab a like magenta color. This is, I think, a Cosmo flower. I think that's what they're called. I grew these last year in my garden, and they were so prolific towards the end of summer and through fall. I had a fresh bouquet every 3 days. It was lovely. So I'm gonna start out outlining 1 petal. So make sure you have little ridges on the ends. Like so. Add a lot of pigment on the side there. And then you can take a second brush. You can use the same one, but then you're just gonna be rinsing a lot of color for no reason. And basically we are applying just water to the inside, which will drag out the color from the outside. And you want it to be a little less, like I want the inside to be quite bright and white if possible. I don't like the color I chose. I wanted more of a magenta and not a pink. Can I fix this somehow? Probably not with this petal. Whoops, way too much water. So I'll just have one petal. Oh my gosh. Cry me a river. I will cry myself a river. Okay. That will be covered up with a petal, so I'm not gonna cry just yet. So I'm gonna do every other petal for now to avoid using a hairdryer 8 times, since I have 8 petals. It'd be embarrassing if I had more than 8 petals and I couldn't count. But I did double check. So once again, we are outlining the petal. So I guess erasing the pencil marks was a bit unnecessary at the beginning. And then once again, water, and I'm gonna start with the water on the inside and then drag it out to the sides. Because if I were to do the opposite, then the pigment would go towards the center a lot more like it did in this one. Whereas this way it stays more towards the sides, like so. West Virginia, take me home to the place where I call home. Yeah, I know those probably aren't the lyrics. My husband gets so annoyed when I do that, when I just make up lyrics to songs. It's the tune. Who cares about what the lyrics are? So, since we're going to be doing a repeated action several times here, I'm trying to think, what can I entertain you folks with today? Life works in very mysterious ways. That is for sure. There's a website, and I feel like I should get some kind of kickback for this, but there is a website called futureme.org. I love that website because you can send yourself an email to the future, and it's wonderful. I've used it for things like remind myself to pay a credit card bill, or my favorite thing to use it for is to send myself emails like a year or more down the line. And then it's really exciting because you get an email from the past and you get to compare like where your life is today. So hold on, brief pause. I've done a circle here. Now I have to start filling in the center petals. So I'm gonna do these ones. This pink one really doesn't make sense, but oh well. Yeah, so in the past, like over a year, it was September 4th, 2022. I sent myself an email on that day to September 4th, 2024. And I said on September 3rd or 4th, 2022, I said something like, it's been such a hard week, like for all of these reasons, like my husband drilled through our freezer by accident. Don't even ask how that happened. but like just a lot of things happened where we're like, oh my gosh, what is next year going to look like? And then my daughter was born a year later when I got that email, which was so funny. Like there were other things in that email that I ended the email with, oh, I wonder what September 4th, 2023 is going to look like. And it was so cool. It was so cool to get that email and see that, yeah, everything works out. All those things that you thought were big things really don't end up mattering at all. Is mattering a word? Mattering. I don't know. If it isn't, then I feel a little embarrassed. Yeah, so, and I've sent so many emails like that. Like there was one in particular where I said, oh, you know, this particular investment is worth this much. I'm hesitating. Should I invest in this? And then I didn't end up investing in it. And then, you know, when I got the email, it was worth 10 times the amount that it was worth when I sent that email. So it's a really fun resource to use just to kind of put your life into perspective and have a little fun with it as well. So I'm going to send, I keep meaning the last 2 weeks I've meant to send myself an email because there's been a lot of very important things up in the air, like that I will probably get into in a year when this is hopefully all resolved. But all of that is to say, you're welcome if you want to go use that website. It's a fun little tool to use. So, yes. West Virginia. I had a point, I think, why I mentioned that, and I don't remember. Oh, another fun thing. Okay. So my mom always jokes around that I have a knack for like making money from nothing. And so something that happened recently, I planted strawberries last year in my garden. And I bought them for $1 a piece. Because they were just like strawberries, they were runners from a previous year from somebody. And so I planted them, I got a few strawberries because they were first year plants, so it wasn't that prolific, but still got a few strawberries. And then this year, I didn't realize how many runners I was going to get myself, and I literally probably have over 1,000 runners. So I thought, why the heck won't I just try selling them myself and try to, you know, not only greatly recoup the money that I spent on these strawberries in the first place, but, you know, it'll help us financially with a lot of big life things that are happening. And so, just as a little trial run, I posted it online on Marketplace for $1 a piece, just like I bought them for, because that was kind of the going rate. And I sold 300 of them in the first day. And so then I thought, hold on, I grew these completely organically. I didn't use any sprays, any products. They are clean of chemicals. And so all these runners are clean of chemicals. So I raised my price because, you know, cost and demand, or what's that saying? I don't know. But the demand was high, so my price has to reflect the demand. So I raised it to $2 per plant, and they were still selling. And so that has been a lot of fun. Not so much fun when I have to dig these strawberries up from in the pouring rain. Like today, somebody wants 80 of them, so I have to go dig them up. But that has been like a very, it's been very good, because we are going to be requiring quite the funds over the next few months if things go according to the plan. Okay. Wow, this does not look too bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so once you've got it completed your ring, I'm gonna grab a liner brush now, and I'm gonna use the same purple color that I used throughout this flower, and I'm going to paint the petals. Sorry, the like veins. The look up a Cosmo flower, and I think you'll understand what I mean. That was not supposed to happen. You want them to be dry when you're doing this. West Virginia. So these veins, they're not veins, they're kind of the shadows created by the folds of the petals. It just adds another element to the flower, makes it a little more complicated looking. Kind of resembles what it actually looks like in real life, but not really. Reminds me of a seashell now that I'm looking at it, but trust the process. Country road, take me home, take me home. So I am really on a roll this weekend. Sorry, I'm tooting my horn a little bit much in this video. But yesterday was Saturday. Oh, for some reason I thought today was Saturday. I was like, oh yay, I have another day. But no, yesterday was Saturday, and I painted 4 tutorials yesterday, and I plan on painting another 4 today, because I need to finish 2024 by the end of June, which is kind of nuts thinking about it. Like, and if things go as we think and hope that they're gonna go, I am not going to be able to paint for like 8 months. You guys won't notice because I'll have pre-painted everything, and I'll still be obviously, and like replying to comments with every video and whatnot. I'm just not gonna have the space to paint if things go to plan. So I have to have the entire year pre-painted. And that is going to be really strange, but also a bit of a relief, if I may be so bold to say that. So I'm gonna zoom in super close here, even a bit blurry. I am filling the center with yellow, but rather than making it solid yellow, I'm painting these tiny interjoining circles, and they don't have to be all identical and whatnot. And you can even go ahead and grab like brown or something and just add that in certain parts of the flower. It doesn't have to be everywhere. sorry, the center, not like all over the petals, obviously. That's obvious. And there's still something missing here. I just can't quite put my paintbrush on it. Maybe if I have little brown specks coming out onto the actual petals themselves. What was I saying before this? I don't even remember what I was saying. Yeah, sorry guys. Completely left my head. This was a surprisingly calm floral tutorial. Usually they are filled with tears. You may not hear them, but they are internal tears. But this didn't turn out too bad, and it was only 20 minutes long. So you know what? A big applause for us. No, there's still something missing. I'm sorry. I have to figure out what it is. Maybe if I take that same color and I just kind of make the inside a bit darker of these. Country road. I will no doubt have someone telling me that they find me extremely annoying in this tutorial. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't know if that did anything, but I like it. Okay, I'm gonna finish there. I've got 3 more tutorials to do, and I think we have exhausted this one. So there's my Cosmo flower. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next tutorial.